Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to her story. Let us continue the investigation. We're going through the videos here in our session. I'm glad it saves the session. I just kind of wish it would have told me how to get videos out of the session, because it would have been a little bit nicer if I could just have had a growing list and as I looked at these videos, gotten rid of them. Still only using 232 megabytes of local storage, so it seems like all of the user tags and all of the information here hasn't really added anything. Then we have instant file access as opposed to what, delayed file access? Is that... So our marker should be somewhere in the middle, yeah. Here it is. We are still pretty stuck here. Alright, so in the README there was an example that we never tried. Let's try logic and robbery and let's see, all it says is to store a clip for later reference and click add to session. If you wish to add additional tags, please click in the user's tag box and talk. For further assistance, please contact your department's information technology representative. Yeah, I would like to contact him and go, how do you take things out of the session? Alright, so robbery. Alright, so robbing and robbery don't come up with anything. Logic doesn't bring up anything. There's no logic in this system, apparently. Data. If that brought something up, that'd be really silly. Let's see. Really read me. Here they got the Freedom of Information Forum, which I don't think exists. Let me know in the comments if you're from the UK and you can get Freedom of Information access. Everything seems to work. Take your time, SB. We could just search SB. Nope. And then, unless there's something here, Grace, hack. Let's see. And mum. Let's see. Grace. Hack. And mum. I mean, that does bring up some stuff, but not anything new. Let's just move on to
what we've
saved.
H-A-N-N-A-H is Pandre. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from numeric though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
But see, that's longer hair than what we've seen for any of the other characters. This is kind of the problem, is that on the 18th, we just don't know. We just don't know. Because the next interview is like a couple of weeks, so of course you could cut your hair shorter. And of course you could grow your hair a little bit longer, but it never goes longer than this first section. What was
my name's
the other
Hannah. H-A-N-N-A-H is Pandre. It reads the same backwards as forwards. It doesn't work from numeric though, it's not quite symmetrical, but well, you get the idea. Sorry. Hannah Smith, I live at 31 Gladstone Street.
Gladstone. Let's try that. Gladstone. Palindrome. 31 street. Backwards. And sorry. Let's go Queen. God save the Queen. And then there was a Prince that was mentioned once. And Princess that was mentioned 7 times. Still frustrated with this video. I don't think it's gonna bring anything new. Let's move on to the next video.
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story. He made it specially for me.
Try present. Was there any other keywords here?
It wasn't the present so much. It was one of those arguments that had been simmering for a while. The present was a mirror. A nice mirror. He'd engraved the glass, the kind of mirror a princess would have in a story.
You can try engraved.
He made it specially for me.
Special. Nothing new there. Let's go to the next one.
The mirror. I can't remember. I put it somewhere safe. Upstairs, I think. I haven't looked at it since.
And so we think the red code is Hannah. We think it is. Upstairs, maybe? Upstairs. Scene. And since. That's a desperate search. There, we're getting more and more desperate. We're past halfway point, I would say, on this save session.
Yes. The first time we saw each other, it was strange. We both realised at the same moment, I think. We must have seen each other before, but there was this instant.
Strange instant.
When we first realised it wasn't a reflection. The reflection was staring back. I think I was 5. It was my birthday.
5.
My reflection was wearing a party hat and waving.
Hat?
I knew what party hats were from books.
Party.
And it suddenly occurred to me, today must be my birthday. I waved back and we just spent ages waving at each other and copying each other's movements.
Alright, let's see if any of those waving. Copy. Copying. Strange. What were the other words?
Yes.
Moment, instant. Back, hat. None of those words are really key phrases here. Back, hat, party. I'm starting to wonder if there's just no way to get into this polygraph section. It's starting very much to feel like you might not actually be able to find it. This whole section right here where she takes the polygraph. I bet we could probably get all of these, the rest of these, and we're just missing a few keywords, but I'm not sure there are any.
I wanted to see my reflection. I thought that if I touched her,
touched,
something would happen. We would become one. One girl. The fairy tale was over, the witch was dead, and I'd be restored to my rightful place.
Restored, rightful. Let's try them all. Touch. Touched. Witch. Right. Full. Place. Next video.
Florence took me home with her. Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Clean.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but
Evidence.
a happy occasion.
Occasion. Clean. If I can spell it right. Hey, clean brings up something new. That's good.
Then she told me she wanted to help more. She said I should move in with her. She would come clean with Simon about me. I was family. I couldn't have a baby in a bedsit. I told her I didn't want to tell Simon. Told her to wait for the time being.
So, white shirt. 03-07-94. there is definitely a problem. A problem with the polygraph coming into this and her being crazy. It doesn't. I mean, it still just leaves everything to question. I don't think they're ever gonna
Florence took me home
give
with
us
her.
a full answer here.
Mother hadn't been expecting twins and had a healthy baby. I guess she was just happy for Florence to clean up.
Try happy.
Take away the evidence that this was anything but a happy
Evidence.
occasion.
I think we may have already searched that, but whatever. Happy. The evidence. Next.
No, he doesn't keep a diary.
Diary.
That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl. Helps make sense of my day. And when you're forced to put something into words,
Forced
it gives you
words.
perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Same page, maybe. Let's see, diary. Let's see, forced page. Everyone. Is there anything else here to
No.
search?
He doesn't keep a diary. That's my thing. I've kept one, well, as long as I can remember, since I was a girl.
Remember, maybe?
Helps make sense of my day.
Since?
And when you're forced to put something into words, just gives you perspective. Everyone's on the same page.
Let's see. I'm gonna put that as a twin link. What was I gonna search? I think there was a word I was gonna search here.
No, he doesn't keep a diary.
Thing.
I can remember.
Remember and sense.
Just
Yeah.
gives you
Remember. And see, obviously, that's not gonna help. And since, that's not gonna help. Next video.
just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. We had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in any given situation. It was exhaustive. We lived a second life through those rules. Rules for things that could only ever happen inside our imaginations.
Have we not searched rule? Have we not searched list? Exhaustive? Didn't spell that right.
Just became our way of life. We would swap places and take it in turns to do things. And we were very careful. Whoever had been out that day would come back and write a detailed diary so that we were on the same page. we had a list of rules that said what we could and couldn't do in...
I'm going to go ahead and just put twin link here too. So swap place places could couldn't do. Wow, I mean, I'm just searching every word. It's just not likely. It's just not likely we're gonna find anything.
Just became aware.
Life. Did we search life? Situation.
All the permutations. We would consider all the permutations of future events and agree rules to walk our...
Consider events, permutations, all. It's a bunch of words here, but this feels like a dead-end video. Do we try turns?
Things that rules.
Turns. Imaginations.
And agree.
Turns. Imaginations. How do you spell imagine, I wonder? That way? One last time.
Just
careful, maybe? Careful happen. Walk. So there the audio just kind of kicked in, which almost screams that the audio cues we were getting before might not actually be indications of anything at all. That might be very well the case. Let's see. Next video.
The bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policeman.
Policeman, maybe?
I found the body.
Body? Let's go. Policeman found body. So we know Hannah is in the red and Eve is in the white. Notice also it kind of feels like a lot of Hannahs are facing this way where Eve is facing that way. Let's see. Is there anything here?
Bruise. I have a really fast metabolism, so stuff like that just comes and goes. I don't know if there's much more that I can tell you that I haven't already told the other policemen. I found the body.
Metabolism. Let's see. Metabolism comes, goes, and that video is useless. Next one.
Sorry. The picture, the way it's drawn, just reminded me of the books we used to read as children. I read those fairy tales over and over, and they were so real to me.
Maybe.
Rapunzel was my favourite. My brain is just full of it.
Drawn over brain.
Oh, and these in colour.
Full. We'll try all of those words, but I doubt any of them are going to bring up anything. Over brain full. And it doesn't really feel like there's any specific keyword that I could add. Because it's not like I could say Hannah, and then that would give me 21 answers, and then body, and that gets me something different. And well, that kind of narrows it down. Let's see, kill. Does kill get anything? So maybe I could try something like Hannah do, or Hannah I. Let's see, how many Eve things are here? 13. Body. No. Drown. See, we even have a story here of Hannah trying to kill Eve. Lake. There was a story there where she tried to hold her head underwater. Did we try water? I think I'm holding myself to too high of a standard here, really. I think long ago a normal player would have just said, you know what, I think I've got this. There's still no real definitive proof here. For all we know, the bruises we've seen on the face were makeup. For all we know, the hair changing is just extensions and haircuts. For all we know, the tattoo is fake. Well, the tattoo is on all of them because we don't see the tattoo in any example except for this one blue shirt interviews.
Fairy tales.
Fairy tales.
Stories about lost princesses, evil witches, magical mirrors, and lost children. So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Let's see. Truth. Magical mirrors. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think there's anything more on this video I can search.
Fairy tales.
Tales, maybe?
Stories about lost princesses, evil
Tales,
witches,
evil,
magical mirrors, and lost children.
Tales, evil, lost.
So you see, even before I knew the truth, I'd found it in those stories.
Tales, evil, lost, and found. We'll try all of those. Tales, evil, lost, and found. Yep, nothing in that video is helpful either. I think we'll start with that one. There. We're slowly making our way down this last section. Did we find any new videos in this last recording at all? I don't know. I'm gonna have to start keeping an eye out for that, because if it does get to the point where I'm going episode after episode after episode and we haven't found it, I'm gonna have to start getting disheartened and just start cheating some way or another. I'll figure out a way. Anyways, we still have a little bit more to do. I want to play this as legitimately as I can bear to. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All that helps me out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right will be a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.